Hello, everybody. My name is Abhinav, and I'm an information systems graduate student at CMU. I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking about Amazon's Prime Watch Party and how it changed the product service system for Amazon Prime Video. Let me start by talking about how the online movie streaming industry is rapidly evolving. Online movie streaming was already growing at a fast pace, but COVID acted as a catalyst, helping it grow exponentially. According to a survey by Statista, by June 2020, 36% adults preferred streaming movies online as compared to only 14% that preferred to watch it in a theater. Not only that, Amazon Prime Video is particularly doing well in the industry. Already at number 2, it is quickly closing the gap between itself and Netflix, the industry leader. By Q2 of 2021, Prime Video boasted of having captured 20% of the market share, extremely close to Netflix's 28% market share. Previously, there were only two major ways of watching a movie with friends. The first one was to meet friends and then go to a theater to watch a movie. The second way was to meet friends at home and then watch a movie on a streaming service like Prime Video together. Prime Video was already overtaking theaters and most other direct competitors in becoming the go-to group movie viewing experience. One way in which it was doing so was through curating a vast and rich movie catalog. This behind the visibility line action seemed to be enough before the advent of COVID. However, COVID changed the industry heavily, and the activities highlighted in red became extremely difficult to perform anymore. One could no longer meet with friends to watch a movie in theaters or stream it together. This made it quite difficult to have the same social experience of movie viewing as we were used to before COVID. It became obvious that Amazon would have to see how they could innovate at the touch points of their service to provide a similar, if not a better experience. Prime Video recognized this challenge as an opportunity and introduced a service called Watch Party. This service enabled users to view movies together, albeit virtually. This was an extremely clever way to replicate the same social experience in a way that the users could still enjoy the company of their friends while watching their favorite flick. The journey here shows the user first going to Amazon Prime, then starting a watch party for their favorite movie. This allows them to view the same movie together in a synchronized fashion and to interact with each other while the movie is playing. This also helped Amazon accelerate co-creation of value with customers, as the viewers could derive entertainment not just from the streamed movie, but also from the interactions with their friends. Now let's look at the elemental dominance and how it evolved. Before Watch Party, Prime Video still had a large service component in the form of the movie viewing experience during online streaming. It did have a relatively small physical component with its Prime Fire Stick and the remote. Interestingly, the Fire Stick and remote also acted as peripheral evidence for the movie streaming service. Other items like the laptop or the TV itself added to the physical component. Now, after the launch of Watch Party, the elemental dominance further shifted towards the service side, with the added experience of virtually viewing movies along with friends. Looking at the same scenario through Polane's lenses, we are able to identify which service value is dominant. We can tell that Watch Party as a service was more about providing access to users, as it was giving them a movie viewing experience with their loved ones. Let's look at the same experience in the context of how unbundling and rebundling of the experience took place through the introduction of Watch Party. Previously, the user had to log into Prime Video, start the movie, and independently view the whole movie. Only after that could they discuss the movie with their friends. This was a departure from the social experience of watching the movie with loved ones and sharing that moment together through interactions as the movie was being played. Let's try to look at the service edition in terms of dematerialization and unbundling experience. The experience has dematerialized a lot as there is no longer the need to physically meet with friends to enjoy their company while viewing movies. Amazon has unbundled the experience and parallelized the experience of sharing thoughts and discussing experiences as they are viewing the movie online instead of discussing it after having viewed the full movie. That was all from my side. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.